What if the fate of a beloved god, and possibly the entire cosmos, rested on one desperate, terrifying journey into the land of the dead? Join us as we plunge into the chilling depths of hell, following Hermóðr on his epic, heartbreaking quest to retrieve Baldr from the clutches of death itself. The death that dimmed the heavens. There are moments in myth when time seems to hold its breath, when laughter fades, and even immortals taste the weight of sorrow. Baldr's death was one such moment. The most beloved of the Aesir, radiant and pure, Baldr was the embodiment of harmony itself, the light that bound gods and men in hope. Yet destiny, ever cruel, wove a darker thread. Frigg, his mother, had wrung oaths from every creature, every element of creation, that none should harm her son. But she overlooked the humble mistletoe, thinking it too small to matter. From that oversight came the doom of joy. Loki, the trickster, seized the chance. He shaped a dart from the innocent plant and placed it in the hand of Baldr's blind brother, Hermóðr. With a jesting throw, the weapon struck true, and the golden god fell. The echo of his death rippled through all realms. The sun dimmed, the winds fell still, and even the earth mourned. In Asgard, no voice dared speak. The laughter that once filled Odin's hall was replaced by the silence of disbelief. It was then that the All-Father called upon his sons. Someone must ride to Helheim to plead for Baldr's return. Someone must defy the boundary no god had ever crossed and returned from. Only one stepped forward. Hermóðr the brave, the quiet rider of resolve. The descent begins. Odin's steed Sleipnir, born of storms and night, was given to Hermóðr for the task. The eight-legged horse neighed once, as if aware of the journey to come. A descent not of glory, but of grief. Hermóðr mounted and rode from Asgard's shining gates. Behind him, Frigg wept softly into her hands. Before him stretched the endless horizon of shadow. For 9 days and 9 nights he rode, through barren fields, past withered trees, and across plains where the stars refused to shine. No food touched his lips, no sleep closed his eyes. Only the sound of Sleipnir's hooves broke the silence. A heartbeat in the void, each strike against the unseen path echoing like the pulse of the dying world. He passed through the land of mist, where lost voices murmured like wind through reeds. Here, the living begin to lose their warmth. Here, courage is the only flame that remains. The Bridge of Resonance. On the 9th night, Hermóðr reached the river Joel, its waters shimmering like molten glass, flowing not with life, but with memory. Spanning its deadly current rose Gjallarbrú, the golden bridge that hums with the echoes of the dead. And there stood Ngur, the guardian maiden, her armor glinting like frost under moonlight, her gaze calm, ancient, and unyielding. She raised her hand, barring his way. "Who rides this bridge with living breath?" she demanded, her voice resonating through the air like a struck bell. Hermóðr bowed low. "I am Hermóðr, son of Odin. I ride for Baldr, beloved of all the gods. Let me pass, for grief drives my purpose." Ngudr studied him in silence. "At last," she said, "Baldr has crossed before you." The bridge rang with light as he passed. The whole realm of Helheim glowed at his arrival. "If you seek him, ride onward, for the path of the dead awaits you." With that, she stepped aside. Hermóðr pressed forward, and the hum of Gjallarbrú followed him into the mist like a mournful hymn. The realm of hell. Beyond the bridge, all was still. The air was thick, heavy with the weight of eternity. Hermóðr rode past fields of shadows, where pale figures moved in slow procession, their eyes dim with remembrance rather than sorrow. Finally, he came before the Hall of Hell, its gates vast and iron-bound, its walls cold as the absence of time. Upon her throne sat Hel, daughter of Loki, half living, half corpse, her beauty and decay entwined like the roots of Yggdrasil itself. She regarded Hermóðr with eyes that saw everything and nothing, at once. He dismounted and knelt. "I come not to defy death," he said softly, "but to plead for mercy." Baldr's loss unravels the joy of the 9 realms. Without him, even the gods grow dim. Hel's gaze did not waver. "Why should I release him?" she asked. "Death is not cruelty, it is completion." But Hermóðr's courage held. "For love," he answered. "For balance." For a long moment, Hel was silent. Then she spoke, her voice the whisper of eternity itself. "If all beings, living and dead alike, weep for Baldr, then he shall return to you. But if even one refuses, he will remain here with me." Hermóðr bowed his head in reverence and sorrow. Hel's decree was law, and even Odin's son could not defy it. The return and the refusal. When Hermóðr returned to Asgard, he brought with him both hope and burden. The gods sent word through all realms. "Weep for Baldr, that he may come home." And they did. Every creature, from the eagle above the clouds to the serpent beneath the roots, shed tears of silver and frost. The stones themselves glistened with grief. But far in the mountains, in a cavern of ice, a single being refused. The giantess KK, veiled in shadow, spoke with a voice like cracking stone. "Let Hel keep what she has taken. Why should I mourn?" The gods knew then that Loki had spoken through her. And with that refusal, the balance sealed itself. Baldr would not return until the world itself burned and was reborn. The weight of the ride. Hermóðr's journey ended in heartbreak. But not in vain. He had faced death and returned. Not as a conqueror, but as a witness. His ride was proof that courage has meaning, even when fate denies victory. The Norse understood this truth well. Not all quests end in triumph. Some exist only to remind the living that hope is worth the journey, even when the outcome is beyond control. In that, Hermóðr's tale is not of loss, but of defiance, the sacred act of caring, when the world insists it is too late. The eternal echo. In the quiet after his return, Odin looked upon his son and saw not failure, but reflection, the mirror of his own endless seeking. Hermóðr had done what even the gods feared. He had ridden into death for love. And though Baldr remained in Helheim, his light endured in story and song, promising that after Ragnarok, after the end in the ash, Baldr would rise again. The dawn would follow the darkness. Until that day, Hermóðr's echo lingers. A hoofbeat across unseen bridges. A reminder that even in despair, there are riders still willing to cross into shadow, for the sake of the light. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to explore more of the Norse world's hidden forces and forgotten creatures, leave a comment below.